So we are now about to start our first Android Studio project. So what you're going to basically do is you're going to once you've opened up Android Studio, you're going to click on New Project. And we are going to keep it at phone and tablet. And we are going to make sure we choose one that's empty. So we go to Empty Activity. Then we're going to click on Next. And then you put in a name for your application, right? So I'm going to just call mine at the moment random, and you'll notice it'll say package name. And this is more especially something you'd use if you are going to publish your app to the Play Store. But we can use this particular domain, so instead a.iie. Yeah, but in fact, you can pretty much put anything that you want to. Remember where it's being saved, okay, guys? So this path over here is pretty important. So there's two languages that you can choose, Java and Kotlin. We are doing Kotlin, so we are going to stick with Kotlin. And over here, you need to figure out which version of Android it is that you are using, right? So as you notice, if I click on here, it says your app will run on approximately 98.8 devices. If I click over here and I go to audio, yeah, it runs on 88.2 devices. I'm going to keep it at audio because most phones would have this capability, or the capabilities that we would need. And once I've done that, I'm going to click over here to say use the legacy and support libraries. And once you've chosen all of that, you are going to click on Finish. And you will notice that it is now downloading platform. But the bright side about this is you only have to really do this once. Just like when later on you see we're going to install the emulator, we're only going to have to do that once as well. Once that's done, you're going to click on Finish. And it's going to prepare our workspace. So you'll notice that after you do this the first time, it'll take less and less time to load. So generally when you see this screen over here, you'll know that you're ready to go. Bear in mind it can take a long time for it to start up. So once you start a project, it does take a while to compile, but after the first time, it should not give you any real issues, right? Because as you can see, it's taken almost 15 minutes, yeah, about 15 minutes and 30 seconds on my side to basically load the project. So awesome, we've got our main activity, and we've also got a set of folders that you would see on your left hand side of the screen. So our main activity is basically where we're going to be doing all the coding, and this is going to be our main class. We will speak about classes much later. We've also got this res folder over here. And under the res folder, you'll notice you've got layout, and it says activity main.xml, which you will also see up here as well. Activity main.xml, and if I click on it, it's going to show me what my app would look like, or the elements that I can design and put on the app. So I'm just going to zoom in just so everybody can see what I'm saying. And you've noticed that you've got this hello world, and if I click on it, I'll be able to see all its properties on this side over here. And if I want to change the text, I can change this text to read something else. So maybe I can say hi there, which is very similar. And if I click out of that, it's now saying hi there, as you can see. A bit more, maybe we can add another text view if we want to. So we just drag it. So we got two text views here now. We got the hi there, and we've got a new text view over here. And if we want to change the text on this one, we can change it as well. So let's change it to X-Men. And so I'm just going to center it a bit more. Okay, awesome. So you'll notice that your layouts guides come up over here, which is very, very useful. So we got X-Men and hi there. And that's basically the only two things that I have on my application at the moment. So yeah, let's just drag hi there up a little bit. Okay, and I'm just going to change this to X-Men. It's going to be a very random kind of app. So you can add elements to your screens. You can add buttons, image views, etc. So I can add a button if I wanted to as well to my app. Okay, so basically I've got two text views and a button. And if I wanted to see what it would look like on my phone, I would use an emulator, right? So now I'm going to talk you guys through how it is that you would create an emulator. I should very well say how to run the app in an emulator. So we're going to go to Tools, and you'll notice that you will see, so it has changed a bit. So Tools, Device Manager, Create Device, and you'll be under Virtual over here because we are creating a virtual device. So Create Device, and you're going to choose what it is that you would want in terms of sizing of a device. You could get away with pretty much most of these. So I'm just going to use Pixel 5. Yeah, I'm just going to be very random with what I choose. You can choose obviously other devices, but I'm going with the phone, and I'm just going with Pixel 5. Then I'm going to go with Next. And over here, it has a bunch of release names. And I'm going to go with Oreo because we basically looked at that at the very beginning when we created the project. So I think I want to go with this. Also, 8.1 would be running on most devices. So yeah, you're basically gonna click on the one that you want, and it's going to start the download for that. So once it's done, you're gonna click on Finish. So it's gonna refresh, great stuff, and then you're gonna click on it, right? Because you've downloaded it right now. Once you've done that, you're gonna go Next. Okay, and I'm just going to leave the name as is. I'm going to leave it at portrait, and I'm going to go finish, and it will say creating Android virtual device. Great stuff. Now you see your device on the top right hand side. Awesome. And now we can run our app. So yeah, when you see this, they say that it's for better emulation performance, so we'll just install that as well. And this is another installation that it looks like we're going to have. And once you've done that, you can finish. And yes, we can finally get back into our Android project. You will notice that it is slow, especially the first time you do create a project and do the installs. last, when we basically see the name of our emulator here, we click on the green play button, and guess what? You are seeing the emulator, and soon you will see your app as well. Yay!